How the fork do you hold these things? How do you do it? Well, we'll find out. Oh, son of a nutcracker. Hey, so if you're ever working on your forks and you need to hold them in a vise or something like that, what you need is a real proper fork tube stanchion holder. And we're going to make one up on the lathe and we'll show you how. So here we've got the lathe all set up, and I've got a block of square aluminum here and here. I had a ton of this stuff kicking around, but you'll need some kind of a block, and you'll want at least, like, I mean, my forks are what, 48 millimeters, so you probably want at least another 20 millimeters wider than that. A little wider would be better. And so all I did here is I chucked the block in the lathe. I drilled a big honking hole through using the tailstock, a great big drill in the tailstock, and now I'm just going to finish boring this thing. Okay, size is important. Okay, I can't stop laughing about that. I don't know why, it's toilet humor. Anyway, size is important. We want the holder to be able to hold the stanchion tube securely with equal pressure around the tube. And so if we make it too big, it's going to concentrate the pressure on one side and it'll start to squish it. If we make it too small, it'll be difficult or impossible to get on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what they call size for size. I'm not going to make it an interference fit, which is too small. I'm not going to make it too big of a fit. I'm going to try to get it the exact same diameter that I measure off the stanchion tube. So let's go over and measure that thing and I'll show you what I'm doing there. Okay, measuring this. I'm using a 1 to 2 inch micrometer on it, and when measuring this guy, I really want to get as accurate as possible. So using the little click dial on the side, I can't do this one-handed, but use the click dial on the side to get the proper measurement, and then confirm that measurement through various different plates on both forks that you're working on, and make sure you get the exact size. And then reading the micrometer here, it looks like it's 1 inch plus 0.8, and it's on the 7.5. 7.5 plus 13, so that's 1.888. And then if you convert that to millimeters, we'll see that we're just a hair below 48 millimeters. Okay, that's our dimension. Let's get back to boring this. Okay, I have set my Z-axis on the lathe to be 1.40 approximate inches, and then I'm going to take a pass at boring this. Oh, exciting! Oh, the thrill of it! Oh my God, it's starting to cut. It's almost there. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's crazy. This is insane. Oh, look at all that. Anyways, a lot more of this until I actually get to my final diameter. A couple of little tricks when I get there. I will join you back then. Okay, I'm getting very close. The DRO is saying 1.8825, and I need to get to 1.886. So I'm going to start to use the bore gauge now. Here's the bore gauge. So the bore gauge is calibrated to the micrometer, which will now tell me in half thousandths how close I am to the longest depth. So I just go to the longest here. There it is. You can see a cut 2 1/1000ths of an inch. So I need to cut 2 1/1000ths of an inch to get size for size on this guy. Now boring with the lathe, what I do is so I'll set my DRO, like I'll cut it just 2 more 1/1000ths of an inch according to the DRO, or just 1/1000th. I can actually read it right off the scale of the thing. But what's important when boring is to actually, I bored that 5 times without touching it, and because this guy actually springs a bit, and so it'll take off just a little tiny amount each time. So I've actually cut this to this size, but then I ran it through 4 more times just to allow for springiness before actually measuring. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my final cut. I'm going to take off 2 more thousandths of an inch, and off we go. So that's what 2 1/1000ths of an inch looks like. You can just see that little fine cut coming off right in there. See if we'll focus on that a bit better. A little fine cut, that's all it is. So we just have the block off of the lathe now, and we've got one very good finished side on here that's perpendicular to the hole we cut, and now we're just taking it onto the mill just to square up all the sides with this one side, and then we'll do our final cut on the horizontal bandsaw, maybe clean up those 2 edges, and we're good to go. Starting to look pretty good. Now all we need to do is just cut it in half. It's going to be kind of the dangerous part, because clamping it into a horizontal bandsaw won't be the easiest to do. We'll see how we make out. Okay, well, I've got it in the horizontal bandsaw, all lined up and squared up. I had to do a bunch of jigging to get it clamped securely and evenly. And I've got it cutting very, very, very slowly, because it's kind of in a precarious position. I'm just very gently cutting it and going slow. So that'll probably take about 5 minutes to make its way through. But that's fine. I want to make sure that this part works correctly. There we go. Almost there. Well, there she is, cut in half. Pretty nice clean cut because it ran so slow. So I'm just going to clean them up, and let's try them on the forks. Okay, time to give them a try. Looking pretty good there though, eh? Yeah, looking pretty nice. All right. Oh. Okay. Wow. Oops, let's see if we can zoom in there. Look at that. That's just perfect. Size for size. Beautiful thing. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe. It's going to be up there. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye now.